So of course I get a lot of requests of Once Upon a Time things, and normally I just kind of have to find the inspiration to start doing it. I started watching the new season, I'm like, damn, Excalibur needs to be done. I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm very happy with it. I mean, it looks pretty good. Looks way better on the camera than it does in real life, I'll tell you that. The only thing that is missing is the jewel from the top, and that is because I cannot find a big round flat red jewel, like anywhere. I've looked everywhere, and I've even tried to find things that I could take it from, cannot find it, cannot. So this is the long quest to find this jewel to put on the top, but other than that, Excalibur is practically done. I am missing the name on the back side. I do have to write in what name I want. I have no idea what I'm gonna do yet with that. So if you like this video and you've seen my other videos and you really like them, then subscribe to my channel. I mean, it's pretty easy, and I'd love to have you. And the more subscriptions I get, the more I can do of this kind of stuff, and I love doing it. So definitely, I'm loving the boost, and I love the confidence that everyone has. And I've also been asked a couple times, and this is like totally something new to me, but they asked me, they're like, oh, it'd be so cool if we could meet up and blah, 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 blah. If you're interested and you'd really like to come out and chat or whatever the case is, I am going to be doing the show at the Surrey Art Center. I am from Vancouver, Canada, so Surrey Art Center I think it goes from November 26th to December 5th. If that's something you're interested in, come and see the show, come support local community theater, and then they do a meet and greet afterwards. So you can come chat afterwards, say, hey, I watch your channel, I like your stuff, your crafting's real sharp, or whatever you want to say. Anyway, that'd be totally cool. I'd love to meet you. But other than that, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you soon. This is a pre-warning. This video is so long, like I mean so long. So get your jammers on and get a hot cup of tea and get ready to watch me make Excalibur. Okay, so to start off, I ended up doing basically a pattern for it because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and I did this differently than I normally do. I wanted to try something different because wood takes so long to carve, so I tried it with foam board. This is just a piece of like dollar store foam board that I'm using, and I looked at a picture of Excalibur and I'm just kind of carving out or drawing out the frame of it, and then trying to make it symmetrical enough that I can kind of copy one side and then flip it over and then copy the other side. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a rough, and then I'm going to stack up on top of it, but more or less it's just a frame so you know where you're going with the sword itself and the body. So I didn't really have a specific pattern. I kind of just eyeballed it from a picture, like the one picture that I had. So this is kind of just like my version of the pattern. Once you get it kind of printed out on the thing, you can always erase and redo and whatnot before you cut it out. And then you just cut it out. Cut it out with an X-Acto knife. And be careful you don't cut yourself. You want to cut the board, not your hands. And then I just kind of cleaned up the edges with a pair of scissors. Next up was doing the base of the sword, so like the actual, like the bottom of it, the kind of crooked part. So I more or less just kind of matched the two ends up and then made it even and then added in the squiggly lines. My squiggly lines I probably could have spent a little bit more time doing because they didn't really turn out that great, but I honestly didn't really care too much. I just kind of was like, it'll work. And then you cut those out as well and you glue the two ends together. One of the harder parts of this was actually stacking up the handle and the shaft thing. Not the shaft, that wouldn't be called the shaft. What is that called? The steeple? No, what is it called? Oh my god. I don't know, whatever that thing's called. I'm sure someone will correct me. But the handle thing where your hand hits. And I gotta figure it out. It's called the hilt. I just asked Nick and he said, oh, it's a hilt, idiot. I'm like, oh gosh. So anyway, stacking up the hilt, I probably did about 3 or 4 layers on each side of the hilt, and then I probably did about 2 layers on the handle, and then a couple like more tiering layers, so a smaller piece on top and a smaller piece on top. You can kind of see it on here. This is just to make it a little bit thicker so it actually looks not like a piece of cardboard. But do as you think. If yours is not quite thick enough, you can always add more, right? So don't always copy what I'm doing. This is Worbla, and I always say you don't have to use Worbla because you have to sell your bloody life in order to get it. So if you don't have Worbla, you can use masking tape, and that'll work just as well. And I have to say this, do you know those like videos where people are like, this is the most satisfying thing ever, and it's like people pouring icing on cake or like whatever the case is? I feel like this is like one of those things. It's just so satisfying to watch the Worbla form so perfectly. It's like an OCD thing. Anyway, so cover the whole thing in Worbla.
Like I said, you can use masking tape if you don't have Worbla, and it will work just as well. Maybe not look as cool, but it'll still work. After the whole thing's covered, you're going to spend probably about like 2 weeks just covering it in wood glue. You're going to use 6 layers per side. I did 6 layers because that's what I read was appropriate. And then after it is covered, you're going to prime it with white paint. You can use spray paint or acrylic paint. I use spray or acrylic because that's what I had. And then I spray painted it with like a silver metallic paint. After I did that, then it was just on to the painting portion. I dry brushed the whole thing with a black metallic, and I'll write in the description box exactly what colors I used. And then it was on to the actual drawing itself. So the sword, what's it called? The sword like design that's on it is so random. I've looked at 100 different pictures and it's always different, and it's just like so random. And so there's no rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes it's swirly and it's beautiful, and then sometimes it's like big clunky like chunks of whatever and it just looks tacky. But after you see the whole thing done, it actually doesn't look too bad. But this painting portion could be quite a bit long. I'm not 100% sure because my computer kind of is time-lapsed. So if it's quite too long for you, you can kind of just like to the end and then see what I did to finish up, to do the finishing touches. But anyway, this is the painting. Enjoy!
This world can seem cool and gray, but you and I are here today, and we won't fade into darkness. No, we won't fade into darkness. Nothing to fear but fear itself. We'll be okay, just keep the faith, and we won't fade into darkness. Looking up, there's always sky. Rest your head, I'll take you high. We won't fade into darkness. Won't let you fade into darkness. Why worry now? You'll be safe. Hold my hand, just in case. And we won't fade into darkness. Fade into darkness. No, we won't fade into darkness. doesn't seem cool and great, but you and I are here today, and we won't fade into darkness. No, we won't fade into darkness. Nothing to fear but fear itself. We'll be okay, just keep the faith, and we won't fade into darkness. Fade into darkness. No, we won't fade into darkness. Fade into darkness.
I found these in Micheals and I was so excited when I found them because they're the perfect shape. And so I just kind of painted them gold and they were ready to go. They were like a keychain that said like Libra and stuff on them. But yeah, they were the perfect shape. They're exactly what I needed. And then great sizes too. This I instantly regretted after I did it. I wanted it to be a little bit like risen up so it looked a little bit more detailed, and so I decided, hey, I have glitter glue, maybe I'll use that. And it was terrible. Do not use glitter glue. Glitter glue is not for stuff like this, and I thought, hey, this is what I have. I don't want to have to go buy anything more, so I did have to like paint over after. If you have puff paint or something like that, that would probably work better. And this was just to give it that extra detail so it wasn't just a flat surface. And then I just kind of glued on these little gold things that I found, and I did dry brush over them with a black metallic as well, just to kind of make them blend in a little bit more. Another thing is, with this damn glitter glue, I actually painted over it with a black metallic and silver mix, just because I was like, I cannot handle this. So I blended it in with that, and it ended up turning out really great. It doesn't have a name on it yet because I haven't decided what I want to put on it yet, so if you have any ideas, you can write it in the comments. Don't make any spoilers because I haven't actually seen this full season yet because I just started watching it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Any comments or questions, just let me know. Like I said, questions, just ask. I definitely don't mind answering. And yeah, hope you enjoy this. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.